Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, I think you got there a little too late. Instacart driver arrives at a customer's house. It's burnt down. So it is no surprise that there are times when a driver, whether on Doordash UberEats Grubhub Instacart, what have you, we can end up going to a lot of unusual places. Sometimes it's a building, sometimes it's a house, sometimes it's a ballpark, sometimes it's a library that's closed down. The latter two I've actually dealt with. In this case, it's a house, but it's a burnt down house. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash UberEats and Grubhub drivers and customers on any and every platform and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Completing home deliveries is kind of difficult when there's no home to deliver to. This is exactly what happened to Instacart driver and TikTok user Exotic Landscape while working for the popular mobile application that connects customers with delivery drivers who complete their shopping for a nominal fee. I'm going to leave their TikTok as well as their profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. I would love to know exactly what happened between the point of ordering and the point of delivering it to the house. Like, what happened there? It looks like it wasn't just burnt down, it was burnt down for a while. Like, where exactly are you going to put all these groceries? You can't put it in the fridge. There's no electricity charging it, if there's even a fridge at all. Where are you going to cook it? Was that how the house burnt down? Because you were trying to cook something? I just have so many questions. Clients can pick whether or not they want their driver to leave their goods for them outside of their house, or stipulate they be handed off to them personally. For Exotic Landscape, neither of these options seemed like an appropriate course of action, as the house they pulled up to had just burnt down. Oh, it just burned down. So it wasn't already burnt down, it just happened? Like, was the fire department there too? Like, that's what I would imagine. I feel like I would need to interview the fire department and cops on the subject. They delineated their situation in a viral video that's accrued over 704,000 views as of Tuesday. The things you do for content, huh? POV, your Instacart order brought you to a burnt down house. A text overlay in the video reads as the TikToker swipes through applications on their phone to display that they were indeed at the correct address. I mean, where's the house number in that regard, right? Like, hey, are you sure it wasn't the neighbor? Are they staying at the neighbors at this point and they just forgot to change the address? I don't know. However, when they pan their phone up, they show that the fire ravaged the house in question. Its frame was covered in ash and char. I would like to know what the response of like the significant other coming home would be. Forget the Instacart shopper. What about the husband or the wife?
Honey, I'm home. Did you get the grocery? Oh, God damn it! Margaret, did you forget to turn off the stove again? Honey, I love you, but you gotta learn how to cook. Please tell me the insurance is gonna cover this. My God.
One commenter who saw our video joked, "Girl, I think you got there a little too late," while someone else remarked, "Leave at door." What door? Maybe I should have led with this to not sound like a prick that doesn't give a crap about people. But are the people who live there actually okay? Like, are they okay? Are they hurt through this? Because you gotta think, there's an order going to their house. Are they actually good? I mean, then again, if they weren't good, they wouldn't be ordering on Instacart, right? Probably was the customer's old house and they didn't update their info on the app for the new house, another viewer suggested. However, the TikToker responded that she called the phone number listed on the order and that she and her partner had no luck connecting with whoever made the order in the first place. Now you see, that makes it worse. Now I'm concerned for the people in there, you know? Like, are they alive? Are they okay? Someone else speculated this was the case too. I bet they moved to a new address and didn't realize their typical address was still saved on their profile. Happened to one of my own orders recently. Imagine selling that house to somebody and you knew that the house was not in the best condition, and then your Instacart order goes to the buyer who's now just like,
really? You're gonna remind me that this house was a waste of money with this service? Come on!
Other folks had their own theories as to what happened with the mystery of the Instacart order and the burnt down home. I feel like that would be the title of like a book or something. The mystery of the Instacart order and the burnt down home. I have had this happen on Shipped, and it's usually someone ordering with a stolen card, etc. You'll drop it off and they'll come grab it once you're gone, one person wrote, speculating that it was a hustle. Oh yeah, that's actually another thing. I mentioned earlier in the video, I delivered to ballparks in the middle of the night and closed down libraries, both of which were scams. I've also delivered to hotels with no room number, and I've had to just leave it in the lobby. A lot of the times, those are customers that are literally just scamming the company, and they will come down and get their food as soon as they don't show up. Someone else joked, I know someone whose house burnt down, but they lived in the yard till the house was rebuilt. Wonder if there was an RV or trailer somewhere. Ooh, this is actually a very good question. And that's not even a joke. Like, why do they lead it off and frame it as if it was a joke? That's a good, legitimate question. Another Jack Albon fail. Burned down houses with temporary mobile homes camped out on the poverty seem to be a common trend among delivery drivers on the app. I used to work and deliver for Domino's, and a house I took an order to was a burned down mobile home. They were cleaning it up. Is this written by AI? Is Jack Albon just AI using at this point? Burned down homes with temporary mobile homes camped out on the property seem to be a common trend among delivery drivers on the app, and then proceeds to quote a comment that's about Domino's and a burned down mobile home specifically, not a house with a mobile home on the property. Do you even know what you're talking about? Honestly, I've had days where I've just been out of it, but that's just left field, man. Other Instacart shoppers have vented their frustrations online in not being able to complete deliveries they feel should otherwise be able to carry out, like when customers don't answer the door despite specifically requesting that items to be handed off to them. Don't even get me started on the ghosting customers. We will be here for a year and a half, and why is it always that
I was in the shower!
they drive me up the wall? Some Instacart scams involve customers who ask for handoffs but intentionally decline to answer phone calls or have their orders delivered to locations without residents in hopes that the driver will simply leave the order. This way they could argue with customer service reps for the application that they didn't receive their food and get a refund while walking away with a bunch of goodies at no charge. Thank you! That is the only intelligent line that Jack Albon has said in this entire article. This is such a common scam, and it's not even just on Instacart. It's in a lot of different gig apps. For example, the time I was sent to a ballpark in the middle of the night. The time I was sent to a library in the middle of the night. The time I was sent to a hotel with no room number and they refused to answer the freaking phone because they're operating on stolen credit cards. There are so many different instances, and there are so many different times this happens. It is embarrassingly bad. And finally, after how many different articles, that was mentioned in it. It's a goddamn miracle, man. My God. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. Don't you pay me? There you go. To be perfectly honest with you, this seems like it was a scam. It does come across as the kind of order that a customer would make, assuming there's no alcohol or anything like that. They left bad instructions for whatever reason, they're gonna scam you in some way, claiming that you're the one at fault when in reality, the house was burned down and you're gonna be the one with the account violation or whatever the system Instacart uses. Either way, it's really messed up because it ends up affecting income. The customer may not even get the refund because a lot of these companies are fighting this crap. And it's just a frustrating experience for all parties involved. Sure, there could have been an RV or trailer somewhere, but they should have mentioned that in the description, in the instructions. And they should have answered the goddamn phone. I'm so sick of customers that ghost their drivers. Like, that should be one of the things that we could call out customers for in the app. No contact, lack of communication. We should be able to rate customers in the app, but no. DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub don't want us to have that kind of power. Even though it would help them handle all of these crappy customers. Like, imagine that for a second. If one of the things you could do on any order, DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, Instacart, whatever, is rate the customer, tell them why it was a problem. Do you know how quickly they could dispatch some of these shady customers doing shady things? It would be insane. Now, of course, you could also argue that there would be false reports that would force no-tip customers off the platform entirely. But either way, it still needs to be handled. Those customers are costing the company more money at the end of the day. All in all, I hope that nothing happened to this person's account. I hope that the person was a scammer, to be honest, and not somebody who lost their home and we don't know if they're okay or anything like that. And to the owners of the property, I really hope that they're okay because that seems like a scary experience for not only the shopper, but to whoever was unfortunate enough to be in that house at that day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.